Hi, I'm Shulamit. I'm an English teacher trainer. When I open my computer, I feel engulfed by the wave of webinars and seminars and papers and talks on benefits of multilingual development, on wonders of translanguaging. However, so many young children still come from school with all those old, boring worksheets. How can we bridge the gap between the pioneering research in multilingual education and real-life school routine? The answer is simple, one word, the teacher. I believe that there is something very important in educating sensitive multilingual teachers, and this is emotional involvement. I believe that it's impossible to educate children if you don't bring something so important from the bottom of your heart to your language classroom or any classroom, because language is everywhere. It's not simple. Emotions are great, but we are in an academic setting and we need to keep the level. So I have conducted my action research about the course language development, the B educational program. It consisted of 7 action research cycles, and I was looking for an answer to a question: how we can raise a generation of teachers that would feel the real vibes of language development, multilingual development, rather than just teach English as another isolated school subject. And I involve my students into action research or any other qualitative research. For example, Dina analyzes the development of her bilingual daughter Talia and keeps a systematic observation log. And she's able to discover how Talia can take a word from English and add a plural ending from Hebrew, klip, klipot, and produce the sentence. Don't put klipot into my hair. The funny side here is that klipot in Hebrew means orange peels. In Corona lockdown, the kids were really disturbed their parents during the Zoom meetings and didn't let them complete their college work. But in our class, they were welcome. I still remember one little star who was asking her mother to give her "si tata, si tata," and we all broke our minds, just like we tried to decipher what she wants. It has turned out that she combined the Hebrew batata and the English sweet potato. So we had this real life show of language development and mixing languages and translanguaging. I believe that parents who touch the development of their own kids will feel that they are touching the miracle of language acquisition, combining languages, and they bring it to their classroom. Now, not all the children, not all the students have their own bilingual children and want to research them. So we have another option, self-reflection. You see Lior, a middle-aged student who actually chooses his second career as an English teacher. He reflects on his childhood in Paris and remembers that his native English was ignored in school and he felt shut off and he felt silent. And now, learning the academic materials, he's able to understand that his development was limited. And he was bullied in the schoolyard by kids who just didn't like the fact that he switched languages. And now he's able to get connected to this shame and anger and also understand from the academic sources that this is translanguaging. This is normal, healthy stage of development. And then as a young adult, he comes to Israel and finds himself in the Hebrew classes, Ulpan, where all the languages are forbidden except Hebrew. Hebrew only, this is a part of national ideology. And again, he feels that his emotions are locked, he's depressed, and he even says, I have a sealed mind. However, not everything is that bad, because the same child, the same Leor, has a happy bilingual family, Hebrew, English, French bilingual family that doesn't ask for permission to combine languages and enjoys creating their own sentences that only they can understand. And he also remembers his roommates in the Israeli student dormitory. They did not share any common language, but outside the Hebrew Ulpan, they were able to understand each other and cooperate and share feelings. And I believe that the person who comes with this into the language classroom will never abuse his little pupils by ignoring their languages, by not taking into consideration the richness of their linguistic repertoire. So far, so good. We have this emotional involvement, but now we need to think about writing the academic paper. And our students find it very hard. So we have this interim stage of TED Talks. Actually, we call them teddy bear talks. They're about childhood, where where the parents, the students can share their experience, or the students can share the experience of their childhood in a very interesting manner. And you cannot imagine what life stories come out in this teddy bear talks. A mother of a child, of a deaf child, who is acquiring his third sign language on coming to Israel, or a father struggling for the language development of his daughter with a severe brain injury. If I hadn't involved the students into the research, if I hadn't given them this stage of TED Talk, I would still see them as just regular students hiding behind their laptops. So after this stage of TED Talks, after this social emotional learning, the students are able to write their papers successfully. We collect these papers into language acquisition research journal, the department journal that we sort of publish at the end of each course. We organize this by topics, and every year it comes out something different. And I'm thrilled to keep these journals because I feel that the real heart is beating there. And all the next students come to the next course next year, and they actually have all this at their disposal at the beginning of the course. And they're learning from their previous students. And it means that we are not just educating individual teachers, we are creating a new school culture. Unfortunately, there is no time. I would love to share my insights and scaffolding materials with anyone who is interested. Just one last word. What you see behind me is not an artificial Zoom background. I am a mother of four trilingual children with Hebrew, English, and Russian. I call them happy lingual children. And anything I'm doing in the classroom, in the college program, comes from the bottom of my heart as a mother. I would love to share anything that that may interest you. Let's stay in touch. Thank you so much for your attention.